Hey guys, welcome to the channel, Sunny here, and we got another global lab today. It is Friday the 6th, and this patch should all be out next Thursday. So next patch, right? And there are some class changes in here, quite some big stuff. They're doing more PvP changes after all, which then also probably means no AOS. We just finished reading through the class changes. I'm gonna try and summarize them a little bit, and then I'm gonna be reading through the rest of the patch and just uploading the full talk on that. But yeah, last time it took like 2 hours of actually just going through the classes, so I figured I would condense that part and then start the recording here. So Sorc Succession is getting some damage redistribution, nerfing the damage of Waves of Darkness down 8 percentage points. Let me actually just check this real quick here. That is a 20% damage nerf, I think. Yeah, 20% damage nerf in PvP on Waves of Darkness, but to compensate, right, and spread out the damage so you're not just blasting people with one ability, getting, let me see, just for sake of numbers here, a 15% damage increase on Darkness of Karma, and there's going to be around like an 8% damage increase on Shadow Eruption, and a damage increase of, looks like 15% on Ward of Darkness as well. Something like that. So yeah, spreading out the damage a little bit, probably good. Doesn't feel nice getting Giga Blasted with one ability. Huge changes for Tamer. Not sure if this is good or bad. But there are some, it's like Sorc Tamer, some pretty big change in terms of the pit, which at least has the potential to be good for somebody that don't play the class but like run into them. I feel like Tamer is completely neutered, Sorc Tamer, because it's on the pit, unkillable mob. If you don't have BSR, you can't do anything, and therefore it can't really do it. It's just annoying. Like mounted Tamers used to be monsters killing you, destroying you, right? But they could take damage and all. So it seems like they are probably trying to down scale the unkillableness and then compensate elsewhere. So I'll read through the changes, and especially the movement seems to have some big changes here. Cooldown reduced from 60 seconds to 20 seconds. And then the significant reduced damage taken while you're on the mount has been removed. However, you now get a flat 10% damage reduction when you're on the mount. So that's like the nerf. However, damage increases on a lot of abilities for both PvE and PvP. First crit rate for PvP, forward guard, add ability forward movement when left clicking after a breath, and then damage increase when on your mount. The lightning space, HP recovery 5 times, so 1000 HP recovery on this one. They move the evasion over to another ability, and you can hold down Q. Scratch, you get the evasion here, 50% crit chance added, so that's a big damage boost as well. And HP recovery juiced up to 150 instead of 38. Stiffness is for monsters only now, and damage reduced on cooldown, and then like that's like almost double. That is double, right? That's double damage, I think. Also, whip search here, allowing faster comboing after using evasive moves. And attack range moving forward of the effects is basically like equalized. Terms and crit chance has been changed to only apply to monsters. And you have the burning breath here. Skill activated changed to activate with quick movement, like using conjunction with other skills. According to the skill is activated, attacks forward without moving backwards. After using skill, when you left click, you will move forward and perform the dashing strike of the Black Wolf Leaf skill. And also the 36 evasion has been removed. It's been moved to down here on the iframe. And yeah, when successful hit, the status figure change from floating applies to monsters to knockdown. So this seems to also be PvP KD now. Not just a PvE, but a PvP KD. That's pretty huge buff. The dash here is changed from 5 to 2 seconds. You get the evasion on it. And this here is where I think these changes could be way more impactful, depending on how it feels. I haven't tested. I don't know how to do it and play the class. So hopefully somebody can test. Let us know if it's good. Let me know in the comments. But after using the dash, you get this one here. I forget the name of it. Has been proved to allow for quick movement. The whip swing allow for faster chaining, and the movement distance moving backwards increased to match the distance on left and right. And also, when right-clicking AD after evasion, the scratch will be activated instead of the whip swing, according to the input control. Pogo meta is a good meta. I agree. Just remove some of those block jump abilities, man. Make front guards work again. A bound, when a skill is applied to monsters only, so this lost the bound, you got the KD up here instead. Strike range have been buffed. It gets the AP buff now for 10 seconds. Crit rate buff is removed. Health recovery is buffed up to 125. And 20% crit rate applies to players only has been added. Rising Wave added knockback when hit is successful. So another bonus CC here. Also, when acquiring the skill Rising Wave, effectively activate up to 2 times as the same effect applies with additional activation. And when you hit an enemy with the chart set up, the last damage is applied immediately. Evasion shred is added. Movement speed reduction is added. And when using the skill, it's been changed to consume 200 stamina instead of 80 mana. Consumption of additional activation remains the same. Lightning of the Earth here. 5 more DR shred on it from 20 to 25. Health recovery again buffed here. Up to 175. And faster linkage, and some text has been changed, right? So, like all around, like just a lot of HP, a lot of damage increases as well, and linkage. So hopefully a lot smoother, faster. Yeah, kind of interesting. Heart of Terror, a down smash has been added, and the speed of skill has been changed. Down attack has been added here. Control keys have been changed to shift from Shift E to Shift C. And added a stun to it. And the skill range have been changed to match actual effects. And when hit, the health recovery has been removed. For Divine Steps, you gotta change the link between evasion movement and the scratch skill at any time while moving. And improve the rotation towards the camera when starting the skill. And the speed of the rotation has been increased. Over here, after using all the skills, the black will improve to faster, allowing chaining with the rising. And after using skill, the Centopia thingy, faster movement. So there's a lot of stuff here for better movement, faster movement, shorter cooldowns on it, and better linkage. Hopefully make it way smoother. Let me know, like, if you've got any Sorc chamber mains out there. The way I'm reading these changes is that they're gonna basically allow you to be on the mount more, even to get BSR. It's 20-second cooldown now, I believe, right? And more useful, but you're not unkillable on it. So, like, actually allowing some power into the kit instead of having that crazy DR on the mount. Well, hopefully it's going to be good. Kuno is getting some buffs as well. Awaken Kuno for PvP here. I'll just read what it is they're going for. Awaken Kuno adjusted how certain skills are activated so the movement distance is easier to gouge. Additionally, the CC effect of Shotgun Rise has been changed to KD Knockdown. Okay, smooth connection with the following techniques. Tentaconner, Goblin Step, Light Chew, and Crescent Slash. I know, just Google translated names, guys. And here we got a connection as well with other awakening techniques. They increased the iframe duration by 0.16 seconds. 60% more than awakening iframe. That's crazy. And a 1 second cooldown reduction. Distance and speed at which the travel has been increased when using a skill leads to smooth transition to other skills, and damage increased as well. Nice solid damage increase, like 50%. And big change here to disability. Yeah, now you don't move through players anymore. So when I played Sorc Kuno, around, like, I did that before with a couple of weeks, tested it out, really liked it. You see the difference now, stop at players. I'll go through it. This here in PvE completely ruined me all the time. Like, completely ruined me. And it was because I wasn't good at the class, right? So often I would accidentally use the ability and just go off to Narnia and mess up my PvE. At least now you can use it in PvE if you want to. Or move it to get a pack. Like, good players, I would say this is definitely going to be a nerf for good players, right? But your average player, I think it's a buff. For PvP, oh yeah, definitely going to be a nerf for good players. Not being able to position correctly, just get behind, all that. But there's some other stuff in there, so. Yeah. Let's see here. Use skill, you get 24 evasion. Also here's the buffs, right? The tip is now a knockdown. Air attack's been removed, and you can edit the ability to link by holding right click after using Moonlight B skill. Activation speed increased. And after using skill, the following skills been increased to improved smoothie connection with all these other skills and damage buff to it. Damage change here on, I think that's like the big spinny, the big damage one. 100% crit chance in PvP now, up from 0. However, a nerf on the multiplier. So if this is a damage buff or not, I don't actually know. I would suspect it probably is going to be a damage buff. Crit rate is very strong. Around 50% is basically 100, so. Yeah, and then this here, block jump now gives you 24 AP. It already has a 24 AP buff, so this is just like, it made no sense to be 12. Yeah, that's Awakening Kuno. For Guardian, big change to Sorc Guardian, actually. I can't believe this is happening. The heal is changed from 100 to 200 with one-handed axe when using the two in both hands. It is from 200 to 400 now, so double the heals. Now you also get 40 DR on your Q block. This is not actually a real buff, I found out. I was like, what, 20 more DR? But it's not actually a real buff because they removed... well, you already had that right on the party buff DR, I didn't realize. But yeah, now you just have it all the time on the Q block. They're reworking Realm of this one here. This is the one that is currently giving the DR buff to yourself and party members right for 40. They're removing the buff for that. So no party buff on it. Still does damage, but it now applies slows. And you get a 30% super armor damage reduction on it. It's a bit weird ability now. But yeah, it's a way, I guess, you can disrupt. So I believe it's going to pulsate the 20% slow. So you can use this as a disruptor in a group fight, in AOS, whatever, right? Get it out there, and you're going to be hella tanky, and it does do the good damage at the end. But you're missing the utility on this now. However, big changes on the Rabams, and this should also affect Awakening. Omar's Realm here, super armor's been added, and now it will heal 2,500 HP when using a skill on a 50-second cooldown. Super good utility. Yeah. Cap content should be kind of crazy, I guess. Also use this to get that win at the end of an AOS match. That's nice. The alternative is getting this one here, the Flame, which is now the big explosion. It lost the slow on it, though. And, like, I think this should get some damage buff. It'll be fine, right? But it's a 9-second cooldown now. It's just, it gets a forward guard, but lost the slow and big AoE. I feel like this is a bit lame. If this still had the slow, that would be cool. Like a long-range big AoE slow for the class. That's like a good alternative. But they took that away, so yeah, I don't know. At least if it shrunk, that would be kind of cool. Other ones here are the Solid Execution. Forward guard has been added. And the down smash removed. And when hit is successful, the melee reduction. So it gets minus 20 all reduction. And this one here, I believe what is happening here is this will replace the charging ability. Let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second here. Well, classes. Where's Guardian? There we go. So on the skill enhancements, it is... let's see, I think it's sturdy, right? This is sturdy, it's called. It's the one where you're running. It's called Sturdy. I found it before. Why is there nothing called Sturdy? Do we need to capitalize this? Huh? Weird. I guess I don't know why I can search. It's a movement one. God damn it. Oh, did I mistype? Oh, I can't spell. That's the problem. Okay, we're good, guys. We're good. I can't spell. It's all good. I just can't spell. Don't worry about it. I don't think that's it. I think it's this one, though. Yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah, no, I believe this is the one. Let's see the... Yeah, okay, so I believe this is the one, right? So this right here, it's an unprotected movement ability with a knockback. And let me check here. Forward guard. Bound effect. Okay, yeah, so again, this like it replaces this ability, right? So it says here, like, when acquiring the skill, the advance of the solid execution will be activated instead of the execution skill. So I think, I don't know which one it is, but basically when you're using that ability, it will use the Rabam version, and it will be a forward guard ability. All right, so the TLDR, I guess, is this here. You'll be using, I guess it's this one, right? And this will be a forward guard running jump now with a DR reduction, but no CC. Right, so it's gonna be some movement, right? The Sturdy Smite, and whenever you use the preceding skill, it will activate that one still. So it's gonna be a similar thing to Seraph with the Shift Q, where it changes the original ability rather than giving you a new one. And it's gonna be a 9-second cooldown. Alternative is down here, and you get this instead of the... Oh, sorry. This one here is the jumping. You can now use this if the Mountain Echo is on cooldown. So you don't have to hotbar this anymore. If the jump is on cooldown, you can use the second jump anyway with the same key inputs. And also smooth connection between the rock slide, I think they're called. But yeah, okay. Sage, nothing much. They just made Shift Q forward guard instead of super armor. Because Sorc Sage is too protected, so they took super armor away from the Magnus skill and gave it forward guard instead. This is like a 2-second animation lock, stamina recovery ability for Awakening Sage also. So yeah, this is a huge nerf for Awakening Sage in PvP. And also a huge nerf for Succession Sage in PvP. Having our animation locked forward guard. And again, we're back to this where forward guards are completely screwed right now with all the front guard bypassing CCs and everything being super armor on meta classes. I'm happy to see more. One super armor left on Sorc Sage. OP, man. Crazy class. I'm kind of happy to see, in general, like less super armors on protected classes, but yeah. Pretty big nerf, I've been told. Awakening Drak. Yeah, I'm gonna summarize this as best as I can. For PvP Awakening Drak, it has very similar issues to Awakening Warrior in terms of functionality. It is a melee class in a super armor meta that is reliant on front guard and unprotected stuff. And like, what are you gonna use your unprotected catches and CCs when everyone is super armor, right? You're not getting those CCs that you need to make the class function. And when you're in melee, right, everyone has front guard bypassing abilities. Range meta is crazy at the moment, and yeah, it doesn't function. It's an outdated class concept. At least we work a lot more super armors now. Still not good enough, but yeah, it's a big buff, right? And Awakened Drak suffers from the same issues of being just a free farm. However, they gave it a bit of the warrior treatment as well, where I don't know why some classes PA feel like they always have to like balance any buff. So you get a buff, but you pay for it. And some classes just need buffs. Just buffs. And it's sort of a rebalance. Now, before we read this, I do think that with what they're doing with Awakened Drag, just like they did with Warrior, it will probably perform better. In the current state of the game, and like, I would like something else. I would want them to go more back to the old school, but that's not what they're doing. I definitely think that Awakened Drag will perform better in the current iteration of the meta. But I don't think it's gonna be performing well. Like, we'll see, but I'm not sold on this. There is, like, especially one, it's just crazy. Okay, let's get into it. They removed the CC on WE, the jump in pre-awakening, for awakening only, Succession keeps it. And this one here is the mind-boggling one. Tip of the spear, it's, again, I'll show you real quick. That's like the one thing that DragGod has going for it. The one thing, it's an unprotected KD. Tip of the spear, right? It's this jump in, and you can use that after you're like flying around. You can use this. It is unprotected, right? Unprotected KD, but it's super quick, and you can turn it around, mouse turn, and angle it and everything, so you can get behind people. It's great for engaging. But it's like, it's super fast as well, so it's very hard to punish. And it goes crazy damage too. So PA gave it super armor, but removed the knockdown. So they removed the CC and gave it super armor. Then the skills change to always activate with increased movement distance, and 150 stamina will consume when skills activated. Change of the character no longer rotates according to the camera rotation for the movement begins to skill. I'm like, if the problem is that they are CCing behind forward guards, they could just remove this part of it, right? They could just move this part, or like make this part so now you can't go behind, like turn it, or you need a position to do it. But they did both. But if they remove the CC, like, why not just allow people to still use it for repositioning and get behind for damage and stuff like that? And then they also nerfed the damage quite substantially from 41% to 30%. Yeah. The Black Spirit also nerfed on damage. And again, this is where, like, there's other stuff in it, there's other compensations. But yeah. More super armor, it is good because, like, what are you gonna CC? That's perfect super armor, right? Here, Spear pierces the Storm. Forward guard has been added when used in skill. The stun has been applied to monsters only, and down smash has been removed, and damage nerf. Yeah, another one where this trade-off, you just lose CCs, but you get protections, and yeah. Mass Destruction, super armor has been added when using skill. The float has changed to apply to monsters only. And then you can bun it for the float in PvP. So I guess that's 2 protected abilities. It's a forward guard, right? But still, 3 with this one. Next up is Sharp Declaration. Damage increases. Damage increases in PvP. So it's going to chunk, right? These do good damage. Damage increase as well. This is like a bit like 5%. No, 10%. It's like around 10% damage increases here on the second hit, right? But they're all unprotected. You can core them, like one of them, I guess, for forward guard, but unprotected still. Keep that in mind. And then the Storm attack, they changed this to a knockdown, which is cool. And it's a iframe into an unprotected knockdown, right? When the successful hit, the air attack has been deleted and becomes down attack on first and second hit. So now it's a knockdown, iframe to knockdown. The problem with this one is that the attack animation, let me show you guys, it's Storm Piercer here. This is a iframe. Sorry, that's the wrong one. It's Storm Maul here. Jump in. The movement is iframe, but the CC is unprotected, right? And the issue with this one here is it's supposed to be CC on float on the first hit, but apparently it doesn't work. You have to let it do the second hit. I don't know if this is correct, but you have to let it do the second hit. You can't cancel it, or it bugs out and doesn't actually apply the CC. Now, there is a bug fix on an ability, and because of translation, I don't know if it's this one, but there is something about applying the CC on the first hit, so maybe that's fixed. If it is, that's going to be pretty good. Alright, and then you have calling here, super armor added to the skill, activation speed increased, attack range increased, movement skill have been distance have been removed, and change that can be linked with other skills after the text is applied. And this is a 5-second cooldown, knock back. It's this one up here. Fate Beacons, WF. It has a knockback to it. So you got a protected CC on that in the kit. And then you have a semi-protected KD here. And yeah, you got some more super armor protection. So in general, I think the class will do better. I think it's still missing the mark completely. Yeah. It's basically gonna be more like at the grab bot meta. It's the same they did with Warrior. Added some super armors. You run around, you spam your protected CCs, the few you have, the 1 or 2 you have, right? And then you hope something lands, or maybe you get your grab, and then you hope to kill. Yeah. Looking rough. In here, the class modification change is lots of just description changes. There was one ability change here. Fix the issue where the float effect would not be applied intermittently when the piercing skill was used immediately as another skill. I don't know what this specifically is. If this is fixing the issue with storm attack, then that might be really good. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that one is. But yeah, okay. So, let's move on. That was the class changes. Let me know what you guys think. Like, as a warrior, right, seeing the changes I've gotten on my class, and I'm reading the Awakening Drag, I'm like, I'm getting some deja vu right here. Some actual PTSD. The class is gonna perform better, I am very sure of that, but is it gonna be good enough? Probably not, no, I don't think it will be. And it's gonna feel very different, and honestly, it's a situation where it just needed some hard buffs. Yeah. So, right, let's see here. Haven't read this, so we'll go through it. Some titles I added. Yeah, there we go. The Black Temple. Oh, I did read this actually. I got to Walls of Roses, then I went up. Doing the boss with the Uruksini. If you swipe a failure attack that occurs after a certain gimmick fail, the battle will now continue without stopping. And at the time the Dark Spirit enters Berserk state, they'll increase attack damage and defense power. So basically, asking you to leave. I don't know. War of the Rose changes. The War of the Roses is a PvP content where large-scale battles take place. So the role of the leader guild, who command the entire faction and manage its troops, is crucial. However, you may have encountered practical limitations such as gathering 100 guild members at once, or even felt burdened by the lack of participating guild members or alliance members, making the application process itself a burden. Yes. I still think they should just make this into a sort of Ultric Valley. Like, on the weekend, have War of the Roses open as a battleground that people could join, and they would be just ongoing, and you could go in and you could do it, and you could get rewards, and then when one ended, a new one started or something. Like, have like a BG battlegrounds with this, allow people just playing it. But yeah. We've improved the personal allocation system going forward. Even if the guild leader is somewhat short on personnel, they will be able to supply their strength by recruiting additional members from the third core. This will allow the guild leader to focus on the fundamental question of how to deploy the forces rather than worrying about filling their roster and recruiting. Yeah, that's good, I guess. Please note that a number of members of the third core is less than 400. No additional selection will be made. Also aim to address the practical inconvenience you experienced during the unit formation process. Information on the 3rd Legion was provided only by family name. Verify 3rd Legion members. 3rd Legion guild name will now be displayed in the unit format window. Battlefield, that's probably nice. Like if you're trying to look for guildies, stuff like that, you can put people together. Yeah, that's good. The battlefield layout has been reorganized to increase tactical focus. Instead of focusing on outer sanctuaries, which were relatively distant and therefore less frequent, the number of sanctuaries has been reduced from 10 to 7. Good, focusing on the central and lower sanctuaries where combat is active. Reduce the energy spent on unnecessary defense strategies, conserve, focus your firepower on more intense dynamic battles for the main sanctuaries. Yeah, there's actually just too little PvPing in War of the Roses. It's just like, yeah, good. Hopefully more fighting. Purpose to make War of the Roses engaging. It's a large-scale PvP model where the leading guild ability to command the factions, plays control, practical... Oh, wait, this is just the English version. Oh, goddamn. Okay, whatever. So, let's see. Applying... so, the change up to 200 to 270. The third call. Okay, Saturday, time period, same. Guild alliance, the class leader, confer... Whatever, just the time stuff. Nobody cares. Application fee, 5 bill. Wow. 500 mil silver. Just technical stuff. This is they basically explain what this is. I'm not gonna read through all the details. Wait, what's this here? The number of additional participants selected to replace the insufficient number of participants, elite kills, and the rewards also received. Elite kills, 70, 600. Okay, so just explaining how you fill up the guild. Team chat will be activated starting from 1505. Okay. And the guild information of the Legion Rose composition UI. Cool. Here is the updated map, I guess. I've done a handful of these. I like this. Just 2 lanes instead of this 3-lane bullshit. It's not a MOBA. They were trying to make it a MOBA. Really like a large-scale MOBA. Good, simplified, 2 lanes. With some crossover. Okay. Yeah. Did they make all this water? What is... Oh, no, it's because it's different position. Okay, yeah. So there you go. Okay. That's really what they're trying to do. The number of sanctuaries has been reduced. 14 sanctuaries. Deleted. Cool. The buffs have changed. All sanctuaries are occupied. The total number of sanctuary buffs can be obtained. Previously remained the same. Okay, so obviously just change them around, right? Number of sanctuaries, and it's still the same total. Okay. Anything new? Okay, buffs here on the rewards. Leading Commander Guild. Victory in third call. 500 million silver more and 40 lightning traces. And now they are getting, instead of 500 mil, it is 3 bill. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Okay, third call victory guild, right? 3 billion silver now. Oh, it's only oh, sorry, it's from 2 to, okay, so it's from 2.5 bill to 3 bill. So 500 million more. It's not, okay. I thought it went from 500 to 3 bill. I was like, Jesus Christ. Okay, no. It's 500 mil more. And then 10 more traces. So the same increase on both, on winning, no matter who you were. For losing, you get 500 mil more and 10 more traces. Oh, this is liberation. This is, yeah. And here, I guess it's the same, 500 mil more and 8 more traces on liberation. Third call winning, right? And for defeat, you gain 500 million more and 10 traces and 500 million more and 5 traces on losing. So yeah, pretty much 500 million more for everyone, no matter what. Just let us play the game mode, man. Just let us play the fucking game mode. Doing this once every 2 weeks, right? It's just... I know PA's idea with War of the Roses was this like real crazy thing that guilds, that would motivate guilds to compete in node wars and sieges, to rack up points, to be able to earn the right to be the leading guilds. And that would be a motivator for like actually fighting node wars and shit like that. But it's not. It's okay, just change the PA. This is fine. This is fun. But let us play it. Liberation is a draw. It's a draw. I don't think I've ever seen that though. Yeah. 500 mil bar for me when Oscar doesn't fight in 10 minutes. Hell yeah, man. Well, yeah, like just make it into like an RPF weekend Ultric Valley type thing. That would be sick. Let people just play it, I think. But that's my point on it. Smooth competition, ancient ruins investigation, NPCs accept the quest of chains, dialogue changes, weekly proration. Okay. Oh. Nothing here. Quest NPC cutscenes. It's been moved to the stable. Liana of Altanova has moved to the stable keeper. Some of the dialogue NPCs has changed. An issue where the background around Gaifin Temple were displayed awkward has been fixed. Added effects to the games to hunting ground and underwater boundaries, low zone. I had to escape once. It's so embarrassing. I went into the water and I got stuck in the I moved up and I got stuck like behind a wall. I couldn't swim down. It's crazy. Okay, that's good. That's actually gonna help people that are blind like me. And UI stuff. Okay. Oh, the fish chains. Thank heavens. Okay. So something great in today's patch, right? I'm sure there's hopefully some of the players out there like the class changes. Season get veterans who travel across territories and servers to watch prices. What matters most is making a quick call at the best rate. The existing sell all option is simple, but did not leave much room to respond to different prices to each item, especially when you have different red fish that are very valuable and you want to get like max value of them. Having to sit there and like scroll through and sell one at a time. You can now sell same type fish, even if your inventory contains mixed of trade items. Nice. I love it. So yeah. Oh, then you go over here, you do the bartering, and you sell everything. Love it, love it, love it. Why we sell those though? But anyway, yeah, great. Also, I guess like real quick here, a lot of people don't know it when it comes to checking prices. You can check prices without going there, right? So let's say you're selling here in Seoul, most of us are. You can actually left click on the trading icon and you can spend energy, depending on where you are, 1 to 2 energy. And you can check, I don't have any fish, but you can check the fish prices. All you have to do is just left click on the trade icon and you can check prices. This is super helpful, right? If you want to sell some fish somewhere, right? You just check them, you can write out there. Yeah, like you see everything like you're talking to the NPC. You can see everything. So yeah, it should be, yeah, you should be able to see distance bonuses. So this is like super nice if you have, say, like you have some of the blue bat, you have your silver belt fish and Colvita, whatever they're called, from Villia Fishing. You want to check like, oh, there's 130 here, there's 125 here. Okay, I'll just sell those, and you can just sell the specific one. It's so much better, it's so much faster. So freaking nice. This one right here for me is a goated update. I've been waiting a long time for this. I even suggested like a year ago, so. Anyway, you can now access various world map functions more conveniently with hotbar. With hotkeys, whether you're setting an auto-run loop for training, checking your horse's stable, or viewing bartering UI while sailing. You can assign hotkeys to the functions you need and use them without clicking through the menus. You can use world map key settings, blah, blah, blah. Okay, good. Oh, nice here. Sweet. World map, shortcut. You can press the key indicated tooltip to do the corresponding thing, and you can change it. Where do you click? Okay, I guess you click on the cogwheel down at the bottom. Click the cogwheel, and then it can pop up, and you can choose which ones you want to hotkey, I guess. Nice. Control and shift call been fixed. It cannot be changed. Captain's command minigame. You has been changed as played when boarding a galley cabin. Guild members. Okay. System. The loading speed. The loading speed of Solar's Spear replay feature has been improved. Arena of Solar, the stability of snowboard replay feature has been improved. Surely this means we're gonna get Arena of Solar soon, right? Oh. Is this the snowboarding? Weird. You know, this like should be Arena of Solar, right? And some fixes and changes. Let's quickly read through it. Anything awkward posing. Issue where max health was immediately limited in blue battlefield has been fixed. World map could only be closed to using escape key when clicking close to the base working progress information UI has been fixed. Warehouse icon can be seen by clicking major city, would disappear. Issue where hide fairy settings was not applied has been fixed. Black zone obtain, armor less than action mount obtain has been fixed. And Nexus could not be installed at certain locations in Lake Kaya during occupation notable. Issue where increased value was set to +10. No! Oh, whoa, guys! Quick! Make 301 stacks. It was a bug all along. If you have a 291 stack, you can use the new origin, and it gives you +10. So you get 301. We called this out when it was actually on Global Lab. But yeah, so now I guess it will give +9. So I guess you could get the 301, right? Easy +1 fell stack, guys. It could be the difference. Trillions. Visual scrolling through not work in... Scrolling would not work properly in the fairy cooking elixir auto section. Items only lower categories. And issue where hunting daily quests could be accepted. Action has been fixed. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. I guess they're back doing class changes will also mean don't expect any Arena Solar anytime soon. Hopefully they keep doing class changes and hopefully they do good stuff, right? I know there's a lot of classes out there that are down bad, hoping that they get some actual buffs. But yeah, be careful what you wish for. You might just get it, but not the way you imagine it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And I'll see you all in the next one.